back to that lifting up with both the arms on the ball. The arms are stretching up, and then we're going to come over to one side. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale over to the other side. And then you can sway from side to side. There, can you see that I've just moved and just being a bit more sort of organic with the movement, moving from side to side, swaying. And breathing. It's like you're holding a giant ball above your head. So if you had another one of these, then you'd be holding that. And then bring that ball of energy up, around and down. So you're inhaling as you come up and then exhaling as you go down. So imagine you're holding a ball of energetic, beautiful, white, healing light. Okay, let's go the other way. So this means you've got to sort of move around on your ball as well. Oh, lots of breath. Inhale and then exhale, release the hands. Okay, so another thing that you can do on the ball is do some little sort of mini warriors. Okay, the warriors are usually hip openers. So see how you go with this. Now, if you have any pelvic girdle pain, then you don't want to be doing this wide. Okay, so if you have any questions for me, please do contact me away from these videos, and then I can advise you. So you are bending the right leg and the left leg stretched out to the side. I'll move back a little bit so you can see me. Yeah. And that left foot can either come out in front of you or it can be moved to the side. So can you see, actually this is quite a good pair of leggings that you can see the movement of the head of the femur, which is the top of the thigh bone, moving in and out. So as the foot comes in, the head of the femur turns in and it closes this side of the pelvis. And then as it goes out, it opens out. So neither one is right or wrong, but it's good to just have a little play around with this, okay, and see what feels more restricted. All right, so it's not about how deep you can go, how wide you can go, and how strong. It's all about listening to your body. Okay, so we're just going to do some gentle lunges here because you're supported here in this sort of warrior-esque ball. So if you've done yoga before, warrior one, you would be standing up and leaning and reaching up. So let's do that, inhaling and then exhaling, and you're sort of moving the arms up and leaning into the ball and then pulling back. And then you can play around with the placement of that back foot, which is this move, which might be pointed. Okay, right, you can't quite see my foot. Bear with me a second. That's better. Okay, there. So inhale. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, and then turn that back foot out, maybe. And for me, that's a much bigger stretch in this muscle here, which is the adductor. So inhale. Now, if that's too much, bring the foot right in. So you're just opening out here, yeah? And then you can do the stretch there. So it really isn't about going as far as you can. Let's go the other way. Listening to, as I say, the wisdom of your body. Okay, so find, just moving, so as I've gone, I suppose. Okay, so find that open stance this side and just have a little movement playing around with the placement of that extended leg, that right leg, so pointing and flexing. And it's good to do that with your feet as well. So lots of movement with the feet means that the pelvis is also affected. Okay, so just turning. We're not a big turn, but maybe turning towards that bent leg. And inhaling, reaching up. And then exhaling, coming down. So there's only a slight movement of the ball. Inhaling and exhaling. One more. In breath. And then exhale. Lovely. And again, all these movements, you don't have to do every single one. I'm just giving you some ideas. So that feels a really nice stretch down these muscles, the adductors, that can get quite tight. All right. So now we're going to stand up from the ball. So take a deep breath in and then shift the weight into your heels and stand up. Okay. So we're now going to do some lunges with the ball, and we're going to try and open up the hip flexors. There's a muscle at the front of the thigh which joins, it's the only muscle that joins the leg to the spine. It's called the psoas muscle, and that can get very tight. Again, just going back to sitting all the time. So we're going to open up the psoas muscle. So let's come down. If you step forward with the right leg, back with the left, and bring the ball here. Now I'm just going to move so you can see me, and hopefully I've got enough room. One day I'll get my own yoga studio. But at the moment, this is what we've got. Isn't it, Dexter? Okay. All right, so you may need some padding. It's a good idea to either roll up the mat or put a blanket underneath that knee. And this leg is bent. So that's what we look like underneath the ball. And you want to have the knee directly over the ankle. So let's lean on the ball. Now, if you're late on in pregnancy, you'll have to have the ball out here and sort of